All right, guys, we're bringing back the Madden 24 Seahawks franchise, and take it easy on me. We're not doing a live commentary because I was really sick for a while. I couldn't talk hardly at all, but I wanted to get some games in. So our first game, and again, I apologize, this isn't live commentary, but we'll get into a live com game in this episode. But as you can see, we gave up a touchdown immediately to the Panthers, like for 80 yards, and then Hayden Hurst breaks away, gets another touchdown. They take a 14-0 lead, and Geno's facing a lot of pressure. He gets hit on the throw, and then they get a diving pick. I think that's Jeremy Chin who gets the interception. We ended up falling down 17-0 before getting our first score of the game in the middle of the second quarter with Geno Smith on the read option keeper. And then later in the game, Bryce Young found DJ Chark, who ended up mossing Devin Witherspoon to get into the end zone for a touchdown. Geno looking for his receiver again, looking for DK, found pressure again, and we get picked off again. And that was pretty much the end of the game. We ended up losing 31-7. We decided to make a blockbuster trade, though. We traded Phil Haynes and Jamal Adams for Rayshawn Jenkins and Brandon Scherf, trying to shore up that offensive line that we were having some struggles with, trying to fight off pressure in that game and throughout the season up to this point. So Scherf is going to add to that. And then we just couldn't keep Jamal Adams with his injury rating. I really wanted to keep him long term, but he has a massive contract. We have a lot of free agents we need to re-sign. And again, he has like one of the lowest injury ratings I've seen in the entire league. So we had to get rid of him and picked up Rayshawn Jenkins, who is a serviceable, strong safety in his absence, who can play a little bit of the nickel spot, but will probably play over the top for the most part. And I do like to opt for Quandre Diggs or Julian Love to play some nickel because they can play pretty good man coverage as well. But the Giants end up scoring a touchdown to tie it 7-7. DJ Dallas has a nice run here, again, without Kenneth Walker for the entire season, if you forgot. So we're just left with Charbonnet and DJ Dallas. DK Metcalf getting in on another RPO bubble screen. First touchdown was also a bubble screen, but it was to Noah Fant. Really bad ball thrown by Daniel Jones. Tariq Woolen easily picks it off and brings it back into the red zone. We end up with a field goal off the turnover. And then we get the ball back again, and Charbonnet has a couple of his biggest runs of the season, juking one defender out, going to the right, getting near midfield, and then on 3rd and 4 with a stretch play out to the right side, gets some great blocks, gets into the end zone, and we take a commanding 24-7 lead, and we end up beating the Giants. But they did come back. I think we got one more pass off to DK, and he takes this one all the way for the touchdown, and we end up winning this game 31-17. We ended up with a couple of upgrades after the game, and we're not going to focus too much on the upgrades, but if you want to go back and pause, you can. Julian Love gets a great pick playing out of the nickel spot, and as you can see, we're playing against the Bengals. Getting any interception against Joe Burrow is usually pretty huge, but they do end up scoring a touchdown. We didn't get any points off of forcing that turnover. Geno goes back in the pocket. He gets sacked. And they were getting pressure a lot, despite the fact that we just traded for Brandon Scherf. Joe Burrow in X Factor. Doesn't matter. We get another interception, this time with Tariq Woolen. Tariq playing absolutely great coverage. We get ourselves into a 3rd and long off of a sack again. We find JSN underneath, but it's not going to be enough for the first down pickup since it was 3rd and 23. And then the Bengals are back on offense. They get a touchdown to T. Higgins to take a 14-0 lead. On 3rd and 7, we find DK Metcalf, who holds on to the ball despite the safety pressure. Regardless, we end up losing to the Bengals 21-7. Welcome back, you guys, to the Madden Seahawks franchise. We were on an extended hiatus. I was sick for a couple of weeks, but I got my voice back finally, and I'm ready to get back to this series. And so we just went through a couple of the games that we just had when I was sick and I couldn't talk. So we got some of the highlights that we just showed you. Now, week 7, we're playing against the Cardinals. First off, we have a breakout defensive backs. We're going to see who potentially is getting their upgrade to their dev trait, and it's Julian Love. And let's see what he's going to need. So we have to hold the Cardinals to under 200 passing yards or get Julian Love an interception, fumble, a tackle for loss, or a sack, which I think is definitely doable. If anything, it's probably a pick, or it's going to be holding them under 200 passing yards. The Cardinals are 2-4. We're 2-3 at this point. Could we hold Kyler Murray to under 200 passing yards? Absolutely. We'll see if we can get that done. And protection for the quarterback was a major issue this past week as he surrendered a high volume of sacks. And I'm not going to blame Geno. I'm going to blame the offensive line more so because I do feel like we get the ball up pretty quickly with Geno. And we're just going to stay the course. All right, well, the O-line wasn't happy that we called them out. -5 morale for the whole offensive line. And then, obviously, we're just going to try to beat the Cardinals. Limiting sacks allows your offensive line a temporary boost. Ezekiel Elliott is on the Cardinals, which is kind of odd, but he's doing pretty well so far. It looked like last week he had a big game. Coming out on the field for the first series of the game, you got Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield with Kyler Murray. And Quandre Diggs playing over the top. Great coverage, and Bobby came over to help break it up. Now, we already know that man coverage is not Tariq's strong suit right now. And Devin Witherspoon getting to the outside, trying to get a body on Ezekiel Elliott, but we can't do it. And at least Michael Jackson comes over and eventually pushes Elliott out of bounds after an 18-yard pickup, which is just ridiculous. Elliott shouldn't have the speed to get out to the edge to begin with, and we're not getting great block sheds. It's really disappointing that Elliott could break outside like that. One-on-one, a really bad ball coming from Kyler, now 0 for 2. And Mike Jackson playing over the top. We got Julian Love underneath, and it's play action. Quandre coming over and shoving, I believe that's Trey McBride out of bounds. Gonna put Bobby in a spy, actually. We got Mike Jackson playing over the top. And the interception by Quandre Diggs, plays underneath the go route, picks it off, but doesn't have the speed to break away. Gets down at the 40-yard line. A huge pick by the veteran safety. First play of the game. Charbonnet was doing pretty well last game. We're going to give an opportunity to run the ball again. And he's got a lot of room. Moving back out to the right. And it's going to take me a minute to get back into the swing of things with this series. But DK Metcalf underneath picks up 7 yards. And that's normally JSN's role, working underneath. And right now, our 2 top receivers on the team, DK is averaging about 79 receiving yards per game. And JSN's averaging about 75. And Lockett's averaging about 50. A great ball over the top by Geno to Noah Fant, who goes out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say it's incomplete. I like how the run blocking was looking. We're going to see if we can get Charbonnet in the middle again. Easily picks up the first down. There we got Lockett on a zig. And they're really playing it really well. But underneath again, DK catching it for a 5-yard pickup. And on 2nd and 5, try a little play action, see if they bite on it at all. Charbonnet's been getting a couple carries. And DK, we didn't have enough time to get it off. We're going to loft it over the top to DK. DK is wide open. Easy first down pickup again. Love having that stack formation sometimes because then, you know, the backup receivers, or not the backup, but the receivers behind can't get pressed at all. Like Tyler Lockett can't get pressed. Ooh, dangerous ball. Ooh, my God, it was nearly a pick. They're playing zone coverage on that play and then outside leverage. And the zig route almost got picked off. 2nd and 10, we're going to run with Charbonnet again. And they only have one linebacker over the middle, so this could be a nice run. No one's blocking him, but Charbonnet's got the speed to pick up another first down, and he is doing so much better running the football. I think we can mainly attribute that to not playing against Aaron Donald, as Abraham Lucas goes out with an injury. 1st and goal, if it's broke, don't fix, or no, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Charbonnet with the carry, and it's a halfback draw, and they sent everybody. It was like engage 8, and we went nowhere on the play. Abe Lucas has a dislocated finger. We're not going to force him to come back. Going to work underneath. Noah Fant could be wide open. I'm also looking for JSN potentially as a crosser. Noah Fant got picked up. Over the middle. Oh, a dangerous ball. JSN had no separation. Now, are we getting super creative on offense? Not really. And the reason for that, again, is that for our first season, we're going to be primarily running like the Seahawks playbook. And we'll move on from there after this season, along with the draft, as we continue to make this team our own, kind of. I form, and oh my God, what a jump from Charbonnet, but he's going to be down at the 1-yard line. 4th and goal, we have to go for it. We're going to do a little tush push. Now, there obviously isn't an actual tush push. We're just going to do a QB sneak, see if we can get to it. And Geno gets completely, I mean, he got shut down on the play. We're going to come out in 3-4. Disappointing to not be able to get 1 yard on 2 consecutive carries. Kyler Murray hands it off, and Elliott down at the 1-yard line again. Still 0-0. They're in a very heavy formation here. Could be an RPO on the left side. I'm watching it. And we're watching the underneath slant, but they got the short out to Zach Ertz, who ends up being injured on the play. Coming out again in man coverage. I don't love it, though. I'd rather do a cover 3 look. I don't want to do cover 2 because it'll get burnt. And, it's a halfback screen. It would have been better to do man. And Elliott goes out of bounds. Kyler Murray audibling out of single back, and it's play action again, and he's got so much space. Oh, a horrible throw by Kyler, though. He's now 3 for 7. 2nd and 10. We're coming out in cover 2. I don't love it because we got enough receivers on the field that they could just blow this play up, and we got beat badly on the curl for another first down pickup. I believe that's Mike Jackson on a blitz, and we're getting blocked really well Elliott picks up another first down, now averaging 10 yards per carry. We'll say we blew up the one play, his second run, but his first run he got about 20 yards anyways. 1st and 10. Another short pass. Oh, I thought that was great coverage on the outside by Devin Witherspoon, but they're going to call it a DPI. We've been running a lot of single high man in cover 3, and that's just kind of what our base is. We might mix it up and start doing some more blitzes underneath. And, oh, what a hit by Tariq Woolen. We're bringing a man blitz. We're probably going to run in single back here. Single back ace. They got 2 tight ends, 1 on each side. Run it to the left. It's play action, actually. And we're over there. Oh, no. Witherspoon fell. Oh, my God. And it's a touchdown. Embarrassingly bad coverage. It's just a deep curl route, and Witherspoon was off him by about 5 yards. Tried to play back on it, but dove at nothing, and Marquise Brown takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. Lockett, I like him on this corner route on the left side. He looks like it's got a one-on-one matchup. And an overthrow by Geno. Geno now 3 for 8. We're at 28 passing yards, I believe. 2nd and 10. We're going to run Charbonnet out of strong. Hopefully the blocks hold up. And they do. Charbonnet trying to get to the edge. Breaks 1 tackle. Goes down after a 6-yard pickup. We have an RPO out on the left side for DK if Charbonnet doesn't have it. And it looks like the RPO might have been there, but Charbonnet is going to hold on to it for the first down. And Charbonnet, again, we already said that he's doing great running the football. By no means is he in contention for actually taking Ken Walker's spot. There's just something that Ken Walker has athletically that Charbonnet's never going to have. I mean, Ken Walker's got the speed and he's got the strength. Like, he's not like ETN, where ETN just is like a really speedy receiving back. Ken Walker is not much of a receiving back, but he could definitely be a power back, even though he's tiny. DK underneath, drops it. We're going to actually switch it to the left if possible. No, we can't. Okay. Run it again. The pulling guard did not block at all. JSN on a corner, I like it. Noah Fant's also on a post. DK on a curl could be good. I like Noah Fant, and there was pressure, and there was no shot that Noah Fant was even going to catch the ball. I mean, sometimes like the momentum in this game is ridiculous. There's no way Geno's missing that pass that badly. Ezekiel Elliott for the run, picks up 2 yards on the carry. Another run. No, it's play action. We got through with Bobby. Bobby is probably, again, his best skill is probably trying to rush the QB at this point. He's not fast enough to really play great coverage. He's really good at stopping the run still. It's mainly stopping the run and rushing the QB that he's great at. Coverage is like way out of his like skill set at this point. Julian Love trying to get back over. He's out of position. Over the top. It gets intercepted by Mike Jackson, who goes down because Zach Ertz tackled him down at the 35-yard line. A great play by Mike Jackson and a horrible pass by Kyler Murray. Arizona with 2 turnovers already, but we're still down 7-0. It was the same case when we played against the Bengals. Forcing TOs, but not getting points ourselves. And a great ball from Geno, though. It's going to be out of bounds again. Oh, my God. So many great sideline passes that our receivers are not getting their feet down for. I don't know what to say about it. Charbonnet gets picked up and thrown to the ground for a 1-yard pickup. When we make the accurate throws on the sideline, it just is not rewarding us. And Fant comes open. An accurate ball from Geno, and it's a first down, but he stepped out of bounds. He could have got the touchdown, leveraging Charbonnet's running ability. And Charbonnet tries to juke one guy, but it goes down at the 3-yard line. I like DK over the top, potentially. JSN's underneath. We're going to set JSN on a drag. DK could be wide open in the back of the end zone, and he is. Okay, that was a horrible lead, but DK also stopped on his route. He should have kept coming across the end zone instead of just stopping, but underneath JSN. I will say that JSN has been much more productive for us, too, than he has been for the Seahawks in real life. And I don't know that that's a matter of, like, ability. I think it's more like a matter of scheme. But, yeah, so far he's definitely been disappointing. Kyler Murray runs it. He fumbles the ball. Mike Morris falls on it. He stays on his feet, and he's going to take it in. No O-lineman can catch him. And a crazy turn of events to give us 2 consecutive touchdowns back-to-back. To give us a 14-7 lead, and that is the 3rd turnover for the Cardinals. Got Quandre playing underneath a little bit. And yeah, if you guys were not aware, oh, Devin Bush trying to get the tackle. Man, Ezekiel Elliott's looking way faster. But if you guys weren't aware, yeah, we traded Jamal Adams away. Why did we trade Jamal Adams? Simply, it was because he was too injury prone. And you can look at their injury rating, and he has like a 78 injury rating in this game. And I knew, despite the fact that he was playing decently well, that like what his skill set is rushing the passer, being very physical. But if he's very physical, but he's also like a glass cannon, he's going to get injured, man. And so we had to trade him. Ezekiel Elliott cannot pick up the first. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Great tackle. And I didn't want to trade him, actually. I wanted to keep him on the roster, but he made so much money, and we're in desperate need of re-signing some key players. But we don't have the salary cap to do it. So we had to make a trade for trade one of our big pieces away, and it had to be Jamal Adams just because of his unavailability due to injuries. And kind of just like what his skill set is too. Like he wasn't that needed in what we were currently doing, because I think Witherspoon can do it too. Great defense by Devin Bush. That's going to force another punt from the Cardinals. It's in fact not going to force another punt because they're going to be going for it. Probably some press. It's going to be cover 3. We know there's slants coming. I can see it. We're there, and Bobby gets his first pick of the season. I'm pretty sure. Breaks one tackle, goes down. And that is the 4th turnover by the Cardinals this game. And there's no way we can lose a game like this when we force 4 TOs. JSN underneath. Holds on to the football. 1.5 minutes remaining in the half. Oh, a truck by Charbonnet. Charbonnet is looking so good right now, too. We got Metcalf pressed on the outside. We're going to send JSN on a slant. We got Disley on a post. And DK beat his man. Throwing it over the top, and DK is going to get all the way to the end zone for another touchdown. And this is becoming a blowout very quickly. We were down 7-0 to start the game, and now we are up 21-7. 1.5 minutes remaining. We'll see what the Cardinals decide to do. Looks like they are going to be passing the football because we have complete momentum in this game at home. We can kind of see what they're going to be running. We're all over it. Underneath, Devin Bush coming in for the tackle on Ezekiel Elliott. Cardinals elect to use a timeout. It's going to be a halfback screen. I already know what it is, which is definitely unfair. But we're on it. Oh, and it was so inaccurate. Kyler just threw it into the ground. Maybe did that on purpose, I'd like to think. Looks like they're going to be doing some sort of spacing concept. We're on it. We're all over it. Kyler's trying to run. And we come in and get the tackle with Bobby. Could potentially blow this game wide open if we can get Tyler Lockett open on the outside. And I don't see it. But DK's got a one-on-one. Oh, it was a little underthrown by Gino. All right, and we're likely just going to run the half out. Go in with a 21-7 lead. Good job by Charbonnet, picking up a couple of yards. And then we're going to let the clock roll. One thing that has been interesting this season is despite the fact that I thought we had maybe the best 3 wide receiver combo after the draft with getting JSN, is that the Seahawks run some of the most 3 tight end sets in the league. Colby Parkinson coming. Oh my God. I don't even know what to attribute that to. Gino is one of the most accurate passers in the league last season, so I'm not sure why he's missing, just freebie first downs. DK wide open. Holds on to it. Trying to get to the edge, but he's going to pick up significant yards, getting us down to the 46-yard line. But Gino's only at 50% completion percentage right now. He should definitely be making some of these, layup sort of passes on underneath routes, but he's not been doing it. Charbonnet on the carry. Good blocks. Charbonnet getting to the outside, trying to break off one tackle and going down. Now, they know that the run has been working really well. They know the pass has been working really well. We've got them pressed up on the line. We see no deep safety help. Try to play action. We know it's man. We can't get the pass off in time, and we take the sack. If we had any time in the pocket to make a throw, I think we could have burnt them deep for a TD. All right, 2nd 26. We're going to pretend like we're giving up on this drive. We're going to run play action. Hopefully they bite. Doesn't look like they did. But DK on the outside. Gets his feet in. Make it at 3rd and 6, so it is going to be doable. 3rd and 6. I like DK on this zig. We got to watch out for that linebacker underneath playing it, though. We're looking at Disley as well. DK holds on to it with his X Factor. Bullies the DB out of the way. Yeah, JSN on a bubble on this RPO. And the bubble's wide open, but unfortunately, Tyler Lockett blocked the inside DB. Got a deep in for DK. Not sure how good he is at deep ends, but we'll see. We're looking at him kind of pretty hard. Underneath, though, we do have Lockett, who holds on to it despite the contact, making it 3rd and 4. And again, I think that's one of the best traits of Geno. He doesn't really force the ball too much. I almost wish he'd be a little bit less conservative sometimes. 3rd and 4, halfback screen. Got Charbonnet underneath. We got blockers out in front. Charbonnet picking up the first, gets thrown to the ground again. And DK has lost takeover just because he's not been getting targeted enough, which is kind of insane. And Charbonnet picks up a couple yards. Offense is looking pretty great so far, but we are playing against one of the worst defenses in the league, I'm pretty sure. And DK goes back and grabs it, holds onto it for the touchdown. Give him a chance one-on-one, and he made the play. His 2nd touchdown of the game. Now, so, yeah, one thing I mentioned earlier, too, was that we have a number of crucial free agents that need to be re-signed. Over the top. Ooh, zig route. Good job by Tariq playing coverage, though, forcing the tackle. Only pick up a 6 yards. Despite the fact that he has really poor man coverage in this game. But we have a number of key free agent re-signings we need to make, but we don't have the cap space. So, like, one of them is Jordan Brooks that we need to re-sign, but we don't have cap to re-sign him right now. And I'm not sure exactly why that is. It could be part of the... could be partially because we did make some trades to trade off cap. We have some dead cap on the team. That is a possibility. 3rd and inches. We're trying to get there. Ezekiel Elliott gets stuffed by Bobby. And so I really like Devin Bush on this team. I like Bobby a lot, of course. But Bobby is obviously not a part of the long-term future of this roster. And we do want to keep Jordan Brooks. Jordan Brooks, if anything, is just a great run stopper at middle linebacker. And decent coverage. Pretty athletic. Gets a lot of tackles. He's sort of a Nick Bolton type of mold, but he's a little bit taller as well. And he's pretty young. I don't want to lose that piece on this defense. Coming out in pistol with 2 tight ends in the backfield. Charbonnet on the carry. Tries to just run over their safety. Got Jason on the post. We also got Tyler on the curl. And I don't love it. We're going to... A little bit of a force and just an inaccurate ball again. I think if that was an accurate pass, Jason probably was going to be able to pull that in. All right, we got DK on a comeback. I do like this. 3rd and 7, though. I don't like play action. I'm going to switch out to 4 verts. And JSN's open. If we can fit it in, and we can't. Just a little bit too much air under the ball. Not enough speed on the ball. And we couldn't fit it in before getting to the safety. Coming out in cover 1. Yeah, Devin Bush playing coverage. I don't like having Bobby on Ezekiel Elliott, really. And Devin Bush coming in. Oh, misses the tackle. Quandre coming in. Devin Witherspoon finally making the tackle. But, you know, I've seen enough from Devin Witherspoon to know that he could definitely play nickel. But, you know, he also has the skill set to be playing outside corner, too. We always want him on the field. But, like, he'd be so good rushing the passer or playing inside coverage or, I don't know, like, he can kind of do anything. He can play box safety if you wanted him to. He can come down, make a hit. He can stop the run. He can do a little bit of everything at DB. And so limiting him to just being an outside corner, like, it's not limiting, it's very important. But I think he has a skill set that would be better utilized almost at the nickel spot or as a safety than at corner, actually. Because he could play man and safety as well and play really well. 2nd and 2. I expect another run from Ezekiel Elliott. Or coming in doing a man blitz. And, it's a read option keeper from Kyler. Trying to force the fumble, push out, and he trips over his receiver, I'm pretty sure, or his tight end. But it's going to be 1st down and 10 from the 26-yard line. And we've been bringing a lot of man blitzes. We're going to drop into cover 3. I think it's probably going to be a pass here. And it is. We baited it. Julian Love with the pick. And he's going to get that dev upgrade, I'm pretty sure, off of that interception. You needed an interception to get him to star dev. Or no, superstar dev, I'm pretty sure, actually. And a huge play from Julian Love. Completely baiting Kyler into his, I believe, his 4th interception of the game. Great play. And this is exactly why you need to have a tall receiver in the slot or in the seam sometimes to make these seam throws. You have to high point this pass if somebody's playing underneath because they can jump up and go get it. But if you have someone shorter, like, Greg Dortch. Greg Dortch is tiny, man. You need a tall receiver to go up and get that ball. You need to do a high point pass. Otherwise, Julian Love can just pick that off. Try to burn a little bit of time. Been doing great on defense. I'm not too worried about the Cardinals scoring, but just trying to burn a little bit of clock. Start taking things a little bit slower, taking our time. Don't need to go at tempo. Like DK, he's playing on the outside of him. Oh, DK got the one-on-one, and a great ball from Gino leading him to the outside, and DK's gone for another touchdown. Touchdown number 3, and he's well over 200 receiving yards. DK having the best performance of his season, maybe his career even, in this game, and none of the DBs on the Cardinals can cover him at all. Yeah, this game has definitely become a blowout. If we had a young backup quarterback to play, I'd probably put him in at this point, but we don't really. We just have Drew Lock. Drew Lock is not young anymore, and I'd rather just continue to use Gino than really try to develop Drew Lock. Drew Lock is maybe a trade piece. He is not a part of this team in the long term. He actually makes too much money to really be on this roster. Good defense by Tariq, but Rondale holds onto the ball. And we have complete momentum. We've had complete momentum this whole game. We're playing the out route. Oh, and Julian Love got beat bad there. 35-7. You know what to expect already. Come out and cover one again. Now, just trying to get Tariq used to playing man coverage. Oh, man. Tariq, get him. You're fast enough to catch Zach Ertz. Like, come on. Got an overload to the left side. And it's an RPO. We're there. Forcing the stop on Marquise Brown. I almost think of the Cardinals as like the D-tier version of the Dolphins. Like a lot of short, speedy players, but it just didn't really work out. They just don't have quite enough speed. And Tua is just better than Kyler as well, unfortunately. I mean, like, I thought Kyler was going to be great, but Tua has definitely outperformed him. I mean, he's got better skill players and better players around him, but I do think that Tua is legitimately just a better quarterback as well. 4th and 6, they're going to be going for it. And just for some pride, I guess, at this point. We're borderline pressing on the outside. We're watching it underneath. Oh, and they're going to call DPI again. That is not DPI, man. There was no chance the receiver was catching that football. All right, well, they got the 1st and goal off of that penalty. Again, coming out in their heavy stack over to the left side. And play action, we're watching over the middle. We're all over it. Kyler trying to scramble, and we don't get the sack. He's able to evade the sack at least, but he does go down for only a gain of about a 1 yard. About a 1 yard. You know, just a 1 yard. All right. They're in the gun. Probably another pass. Watching the halfback screen underneath as well. Could potentially be that. Would be kind of unlikely. And coming for the tackle with Quandre, but no one able to break up the pass. Trey McBride brings in his touchdown. And give Charbonnet some more carries. He's gotten a good workload so far in this game. He's run the ball pretty well, too. Charbonnet on the carry. Gets good blocks. I wish JSN would have blocked the safety instead. Pick up 6 yards. 17 carries for 84 is not too bad. The expectations for the running game after Ken Walker went out in preseason were extremely low. So anything is kind of a bonus at this point. Bring it on the end. Oh, no. Oh, DK almost caught it. And we walk away with a W, giving us a 3-3 record at this point, I'm pretty sure. This was a career performance from DK Metcalf. I don't remember what the most yards he's ever had in a game was. I think it's probably in the high, like, 150s, maybe. But Gino having a superstar performance, 4 TDs, no picks, completely outperforming Kyler Murray. Charbonnet averaging 4.5 yards per carry, having a very solid game himself. And then DK with 10 catches, 220 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And then anyone else for us doing really well? I mean, Fant had 30. JSN had 4 catches, 1 touchdown, 20 yards. Lockett only with 1 catch for 5 yards. Defensively, leading in tackles was Quandre. Sacks, we had 1 from Bobby coming in. We had multiple interceptions. 1 from Mike Jackson, Quandre Diggs, Julian Love, Bobby Wagner. So we had, I believe that, yeah, we had 3. Well, I almost called Mike Jackson a safety. I mean, he does also kind of play safety sometime. Or he used to play safety when he was at Miami, I'm pretty sure. But 4 total interceptions, 1 coming from the veteran Bobby Wagner, and 1 forced fumble also coming from Bobby. All right, so we should get an upgrade in development traits from Julian Love. And, okay, so I thought he had star development already, but he doesn't. So now he does have star dev, which is great. Still a young safety in the league. And he also got 10,000 XP. But yeah, no, fantastic win, gives us to a 3-3 record again. So we are just behind the Niners in the NFC West. Next week we're going to be playing against the Cleveland Browns with a healthy Nick Chubb. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace, you guys. Happy to be back for this series. Let me know in the comments too if you're happy to see this series back.